everybody. Happy Sunday. So just checking to make sure everything is working here. We're starting a little earlier today. I know normally I start my streaming at 2 o'clock, but I decided since football season is now officially over, I thought maybe I would start us an hour earlier. I know many times some of us have run into our dinner time, especially with the East Coast time difference. So I wanted to go ahead and change it up a little bit and see if we could start about an hour earlier. So hopefully that'll work for everybody. We're going to give it a try. So hi Donna, how are you today? I was just saying how we're starting a little bit earlier. Now, typically I was starting at 2 o'clock, but I decided to go ahead and change it up and start it a little bit earlier. So that way, we won't run into dinner time. I know we've done that before. So today is going to be mostly about playtime. So I like to experiment with things around the house to get different textures, and that's what I was doing. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and turn it into one of my lives so that way we can kind of experiment together. And let me go ahead and I'm just kind of grabbing my samples here. Let me go ahead and transition down and we can see what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get that going here. All right. All right. So I've got my lights on to give us a little bit more light. That's what you're seeing overhead. But when we put our paper, it's going to cover some of that. I've noticed on some of my lives where it seems a little dark. But since we are going to be working with water today, I wanted to make sure I had my media mat. So let me go ahead and show you what I was playing with that kind of gave me the idea to do this. So I was playing with some of my backgrounds, and I was able to create this grungy background effect using just a household product. And I got the idea, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So this is the magic eraser. You guys probably are very familiar with this. And I got the idea, surprisingly, from Simon Hurley's, he has that new foam thing that you can impress. And this can't do that. I don't want you to think that this can do that, but I got the idea because I thought, oh, I wonder what the magic eraser would do because it does absorb water, and would it create backgrounds? So I just started playing a little bit with it, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play with this to see what we can actually do. So that's the plan today. Hopefully you guys are up for that. But before I jump in, I wanted to share with you, I always like to give you guys sneak peeks of what I am working with, or what I'm creating, I should say. I'm just trying to adjust that camera. So I wanted to share with you one of my Easter designs that I'm working on right now, and hopefully you guys can see this. It's kind of a watercolor pastel background, and it's got these cute little bunnies in there. So I'm creating a pastel Easter pack for my digital shop, and I wanted to print it out to kind of see how it would work. And I love how it looks. I think it looks great. I was originally playing with something like this, but to be honest with you, this was just a little bit too cutesy for me. It's very cute, don't get me wrong, but it was just a little bit too cutesy. So then I decided, I need to grunge it up a little bit. So that's when I kind of came up with this. So I'm going to be creating some different backgrounds kind of in this style for my one of my Easter kits. So that's kind of what I'm working on, a little bit of a sneak peek for you guys to see what is going to be coming into the shop. But let's go ahead and talk about this. So like I said, I was just kind of playing around, and I was able to create some great texture. Of course, you can't feel the texture, but this has some texture here. And I liked the grungy randomness, but then I thought, you know, can I actually create backgrounds with some sort of a design? And that's what I want to try out today, because I was able to accomplish it with this. Here I was able to get the dots, and that's from a stamp. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull out some of my stamps and see what kind of backgrounds we can create. So that's what we're going to do. So let's see if I can just kind of clear this out a little bit. So I have my distress sprayer. I don't want my paper to be too saturated, but I wanted to have some water. And then this is my magic eraser. This is what we're going to be testing today. Suzanne, hi, welcome. So you're saying that you finally caught me live instead of the replay. You ordered your scan and cut this morning. Good. Yeah. I hope you like it, Suzanne. Like I said, I test all of my digital images with my scan and cut, because with the scan and cut you have to make sure you have a good dark border. So I hope you like it. I like it. It works well. It's not going to work for everything. You've got to play with it, and I haven't even learned all of the settings yet, but I've been really happy with it. So I'm glad that you ordered it. And Suzanne is one of my VIP members over in the shop. She ordered the backstage pass, and she's been really great about giving me feedback. So I'm excited to have her finally with our live. So welcome, Suzanne. So I was just, I don't know if you caught, but I was just sharing one of the digital kits that I'm working on right now. So this is going to be coming to the shop hopefully in the next 10 days or so. But it's kind of like a watercolor background with these cute little bunnies. I'm working on an Easter kit right now, so that's what I'm working on. So you shall see that in the shop hopefully pretty soon. So let's get to today. So I am going to be working with watercolor paper, and I get my watercolor paper from a variety of places, but I always, whenever I go to my local thrift store, sometimes people will destash their art supplies, and I get some of my watercolor paper from them sometimes because I can get it relatively cheap. Watercolor paper can be a little costly, I guess, depending on where you get it. So if I can find it for a bargain, I certainly do. So this is one of those pads I dug out, trying to reorganize my craft room. My shop is going to have not only my digital images, but it's going to have more vintage items. So I've been kind of stocking up and organizing my vintage ephemera to get that to the shop. So this is what we're going to work on today. So the first thing I wanted to do is just to create some subtle backgrounds. I have some stamps. So this stamp here is a great background. We're going to see what we can do with this as well. So let's go ahead and just start out simply by adding some color. And let's see here. I was going to originally start out, I'm working with the distress inks, not the oxides, but we can mix it up. We can see what they do. So I've got my brown tones. So the first thing I wanted to play with here is to try some of my brown tones. And again, this is just the magic eraser that you get at your grocery store to do your household cleaning supplies. It's foamy. It's pretty dense, so I think it's good, because when I was playing with it and I inked up my stamps and I pressed down, I was able to get a good impression. So I think this is going to work well. So let's go ahead and ink this up a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just start real simple here. Let's kind of layer this. So I'm going to add some of my antique linen, and then I'm going to go a little darker. This is my ground espresso. Hi Pam, welcome to the show. And then the way that I kind of discovered this is I was cleaning up. Ooh, that's loud. I was cleaning up my pad, my pad here, and I was able to grab some of that. That is very sharp. I was able to grab some of that ink onto my pad, and then I didn't want to waste it, So I added it to some paper. And originally, like I said, when I was playing, this wasn't watercolor paper. This was just regular paper, so it really saturated it. So I wanted to try it with some watercolor paper. So let's see what we can do here. All right. I want to really grab it. So let's see if I can grab some of this. And then I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to add some background. And I love how it creates this texture. And then you have a nice clean surface as well, because your magic eraser kind of cleans it up. Well, apparently not completely clean, but pretty clean. All right, so let's see. So I've got that first layer here, and then let's see, what else can I use here? Let's come in with a little bit lighter. Again, I'm just kind of grabbing my color. And so before I kind of patted it, now I'm kind of smearing it. Let's see. That's a loud squeaky noise too. It's my magic eraser doing that. All right. Yeah, it's a little squeaky, Pam. All right. All right. So I am just grabbing some of this color. And pressing down. And it's pretty random, but it's really kind of great texture here. Okay, so that's just basically my background. So I want to go ahead and see if I can add some actual texture here. So I'm going to bring out this here, and this is just some roses. I think, should I go with color or should I go with brown? I think I'm gonna try my picked raspberries. So let's give that a try. So I'm just gonna add some ink here to my oversized stamp. And then I'm going to, how did I do this? I'm going to spray this. And then I'm going to take this and push it. And as you can see, it's really subtle. Let's see if I can get an impression. So the brown might actually be overtaking the design, but you can still kind of see it. So like I said, you guys, today is just about playtime. I decided to go ahead and do this on the live just to see what kind of results I could get. All right, so this is what we've got so far. It's very random. I want to try I'm going to try this without the brown to see if it will actually show up a little bit more. And then I'm going to, let's see if maybe I don't spray it. Let's see if maybe I just, no, I guess I definitely have to spray it. And then I'm going to press this down. So really subtle. But you can kind of see the background, right? Real subtle. So I want to try something that's a little bit more distinct. So I'm going to try these numbers here. And I'm going to do this in black soot. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to compare if I just stamp it straight, and then I'll do it with the magic eraser because I want to see what the difference is going to be. I want to see if it is going to make a difference at all. All right. Okay, so this is just water and ink, no magic eraser. And that's pretty good. It's dark. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to try it if I transfer it to the magic eraser, and I want to see if it's a little bit more subtle. So I'm just spraying this, and I'm going to, how am I going to do this? See, it transfers pretty good, but let's see how that transfers to my paper. It's backwards. Look at this, you guys. So it does transfer. You do have the mirror image. So I guess if that's what you're going for, that would work. But it's subtle. And that's what I like about it. I don't know if I necessarily like it inverted like a mirror. So let me try something that's not, let's see, just a background. Let's see here. And what I was playing with, were these, because these won't invert. So again, I'm going to just add some ink here. Spray some water. And then get my magic eraser. See, I got it here. And then just push it down. And it does transfer. And I like that it's subtle. So I can create a background with just some subtle texture. And I like that. And that's what I was kind of going for. So let me know, what do you guys think? You think it's an interesting background, not worth the trouble? I kind of like the random texture of it. And then if I want it darker, then I can come in. But what do you guys think? Let's spray this. And then what I like about the magic eraser is you can clean it. You're going to have to soak it in water to clean it out, but I'm just going to try to clean it up real quick here. So if you're just going for like a random background, I think it's kind of interesting because it gives you that watercolor look. Now, if I were to go straight in, let's compare. If I were to go straight in, let's see. See, it's a lot darker. It's definitely a lot darker. So the magic eraser kind of diffuses it. So I guess it really depends on what you're trying to do, right? I don't know. I mean, I like how it's not all mixed in. You still see somewhat of a pattern, which is kind of cool. And then if you want to add, let's see here, what can I do? If you want to add numbers or whatnot, you can still add that. So if I wanted to get some random numbers here for my background, I can still do it. Let's see, what else do I have? So this is the set that I'm working off of that has some great texture. This one and this one here. These are some old stamp sets, but these are what I'm finding work the best because you don't have to worry about it doing that mirror effect. So let's see what I can do with this. So I'm gonna grab another color here. Let's see what color I can grab. All right, so I'm gonna try to lighten it up a bit. I'm gonna add shaded lilac. And I want to do it without the magic eraser first, just so we can have a comparison. My inks are drying out. So I'm going to have to find something a little darker, I think, because this ink set is drying out. Yep. So that's giving me a pretty subtle look right there, but I need to find something a little darker. Let's see what I got. What do I got here? All right. So I've got Wilted Violet. So let's give that a try. And I'm going to spray it. I'm going to get my magic eraser here. Got my impression. Oh yeah. Not sure if it's a lot different, but I can still transfer it. I think what I like about the magic eraser transfer is it's a little bit more subtle. Especially if you're not trying to be precise. It's just another way to be able to get a watercolor look. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all about experimentation, seeing what you have to work with and trying different things. You know, I know with backgrounds, you can't go wrong. I mean, right? I mean, you can just create different backgrounds. For the most part, your backgrounds aren't going to show up real distinctly in your projects because typically we cover our backgrounds. But it just gives it different texture. I mean, I kind of like it. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Like I said, this was all about experimentation today, and seeing what I can do with this magic eraser. I'm going to dry this up, and then I'm going to see if we can, what else we can do. Okay, so I wanted to try my distress crayons. Because your distress crayons are darker. I mean, you're going to be able to add more pressure. You're going to be able to add more color. So let's see what we can do with these. It might be a complete fail, you guys. I've never tried this. Okay, so if you've never seen a crayon, this is kind of how it looks. So yeah, this one here with the brown tones. Let's see what I can do here. So, ooh, I smeared that up. Look at that. So yeah, distress ink definitely does react to water. All right. Okay, so let's see if I can salvage this at all. I just kind of mucked that up, didn't I? All right. So yeah, the crayon is transferring. Let's see what it does with my magic eraser. So I'm going to, actually, let me put it here. And then I'm going to spray it. Let's see what it does. Okay, and then I'm going to transfer it. Let's see what we can get here. Not much. All right, let's see what we can do with this. See, that's much better. So the crayon isn't giving me enough with the magic eraser, but if I do it directly from the crayon, it transfers pretty well. So that's kind of, I mean, it's definitely a hot mess, which I don't mind. Some of you may not like that, but I don't mind a hot mess. I think it looks pretty good. So let's see. Suzanne, you said you like this one. Let's see what else we can do with this. So I want to go ahead and try to create something. But let's do one more background. So this one I completely screwed up. So let me trim that down. You can always salvage what you mess up. So let's see what I can salvage here. I can make these into ATC cards. So if I do 3.5 by, and I know that's not quite the size of an ATC, but I like mine a little bit bigger. So 3.5 by 2.5. Yeah, that's not bad. By 2, yeah. Maybe trim that down a bit. So these are going to be turned into ATC cards. 2.5. That's a hot mess. We're going to put that aside for a minute and see if we can salvage that. Alright. So these are going to be turned into ATC cards. So let's see what we can do here. So let me get out my blending tools. Let's see here. So this is my vintage photo. Alright, so let's see here. So I'm going to go with my vintage photo here. Just kind of giving it some brown tones. And then I'm going to come in with antique linen. You know, actually I'm going to use tea dye, I think. Let's see, and I'm just going to kind of go in the middle here. Okay, let's see if we can get up some of this. So I got my magic eraser here. I'm just gonna see if I can get some texture. So I'm gonna come in dark, try to get some texture onto that. It gives a little bit of texture. You can see where the sponge is kind of coming in here. All right. And then my black soot is a hot mess. Okay. Let's see if I can just make that a little bit more subtle. And then let's see if we can give it some texture as far as some words or something. So I've got, let's see what this does. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. So let's go with some archival ink. This is black soot. Hi, Susie. So we are just experimenting today. Some of my pieces are kind of a hot mess. So I'm just trying to see what my magic eraser does. And I'm creating some ATC backgrounds right now. So that looks pretty good, I think. I think that's a good background. All right, so let's work on this one. So this was more of a brown tone. I think, let's try to lighten it up a little bit. What do you think? So I've got to find see. Let's just see if we can add some color here. I've got to add more ink to this pad. It's getting a little bit dry, I think. And then let me just kind of see if I can mix it. A hot mess turns into fantastic work. Well, we'll see, Susie. All right. See, and I kind of messed up. I added too much water on that one. So I just sprayed this a little bit because I want to get some of that purple going, but I don't want to screw it up like I did before. So it's a little different, right? Let's see if we can. I got this tarnished brass. Let's try that on the outside. I don't know if that's quite dark enough. Oh, look at those fingers. So one thing I know that moves crayons really well is Collage Medium. So I'm gonna just grab a little bit of this and see what I can do. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Let me give it a try. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. We'll see. Let's get something a little darker. Forest moss, maybe? So I've still got some of that Collage Medium on there. Sometimes the oil in your hands will work, but the Collage Medium really helps to move the crayons. So that gave me a little bit of a border. And then let's see, maybe I can kind of make it a little bit more subtle. Definitely grungy, you guys. Definitely grungy. All right, so there's 2 ATCs. Now let's see what else we can do. I'm just gonna let those dry a minute. So this piece here, let's see what we can do with this. So I'm gonna just add some more background. And I'm gonna actually get So I have my stencils here. Let's see. I'm going to try. I wonder if I could lift. I probably could. So if I just had water, right? And just lifted. Let's see. No, it's not working. Yeah, you can't really see it. All right, so let's just add some hearts here. All right. So it does kind of help smooth it. That's not bad. Okay, so that's not terrible, I guess, right? Let's try one more. So if you wanted to use your crayons, a little bit of moisture here. The magic eraser does help move the crayons and keep you within your stencil. So that's not bad. I kind of like that. Let's do one more. Let's keep it odd. All right. All right, so what else can we add here? What do you guys think? What else can we add? We're gonna make some ATCs out of these in a minute. But for my background, I think I have trying to just look to see what I have here. So I've got some. You like the heart, Suzanne? Yeah, I like how it kind of was able to spread it around. I think that's pretty good. All right, so now we're going to try to make something here. I'm going to trim this down, I think. Just looking through my stuff here. This is my Halloween stash, so probably wouldn't work. Let's see what else I got here. All right, so I'm going to trim this down. I'll be right back. Alright, so I trimmed that down. I'm going to save this just in case I want to do something with it. I don't know if I do, but you never know. And I'm going to create a card. Ooh, I have these magicals here that react really well with water. Let's see what we can do with this. So these are called magicals. I know that there's a lot of product out there that if it reacts to water. I'm gonna just see what I can do here. Boy, look at that. Look at that color. So I like the randomness of the magic eraser. And I think that looks really cool. What do you guys think? You gave it some great color. All right, so clear that off. So I'm just continuing to add layers here just to see what I can do with this. Let's see, can I transfer? Yeah, look at, I can transfer a little bit of color. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay, so that was the purple. Kim, yeah, that's my squeaky magic eraser here. Trying not to have it be too piercing of a sound. But all right, so I'm gonna try it with green. Again, these are called magicals. I know that there are lots of product out there that react to water. That's kind of a I don't know, what is this? Yes, Kim, it's just the clean magic eraser. It's just your household product. I was cleaning up my desk and I had ink on it and I started transferring it to my cardstock and I thought, you know what? Is there something to this? So that's what we're doing, is we're testing to see if we like the results. And for the most part, some of it I like. I mean, I like the randomness of the background. I like how it just adds the subtle color. And it gives it texture. I really like the fact that it gives it some texture too. So, I mean, just another way to use your stuff. All right, so I'm just picking up some of this color here. You guys know I am not a cutesy crafter. I like to get grungy. And that's what we're doing today. We're getting our grunge on. I'm just creating some backgrounds. All right. The magic erasers are great for cleaning, that's for sure. All right. So a little different. I mean, I like it. I like the randomness of it. It creates really kind of interesting texture, I think. We're gonna try to save this. Let me grab some washi tape. Yes, M. Malin 2010, grungy girl here too. Yes, sometimes you just got to get your grunge on. All right, so let's see if we can save this somehow. This is old. This is, my house needs all the Magic King kit, so I have to use my magic eraser to clean. Yeah, well, it's a great cleaner, that's for sure. All right, so this is old Tim Holtz tape. He called it tissue tape. It's very thin. I like using it for my mixed media because you can add color and it's somewhat translucent, I guess. So let's see if we can save this ATC by covering up some of it. And I'm just being really random here to see if we can save it. Let me add this here. I grabbed another one. What did I do with the other one? Oh, here it is. So this is, what is this? See, this tape is so old. It is Tim Holtz tape. Yeah, it is. This is his old tissue tape. But when his tissue tape gets old, sometimes it's hard to find the edge. I can kind of feel it here. Yeah, there it is right there. But I hang on to it even though it doesn't work as well as it did when you first had it. But I like the fact that it's translucent. I like that it has that clearness to it. And you can still get a design out of it. So that's why I hang on to it. All right, let's see what I can add. Maybe we'll add this to this. All right, so I don't want to cover that heart. And I like how it looks like it's part of the background. See how it kind of blends in? And this is what I was saying about it being somewhat translucent. It's thin, so you can still see the background. Look at my hands, how messy they are. And I like that about this tape. I wish he came out with more of this because I really like it. But I know that when it was starting to get discontinued, I hoarded it, so I have quite a bit of it. And I don't use very much of it when I'm crafting with it. So what do you guys think about these backgrounds? I mean, I know it's very grungy, but I kind of like them. I think they kind of look interesting. I think they're great starter backgrounds. Just tell me what you guys think in the comments. I mean, do you think that... I just lost it. Do you think that this magic eraser is a waste of time? Is it still tacky? The tape is still tacky, but I probably will have to come with some gesso over it so it doesn't pull up. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I like the randomness of it. I like the fact that I can just push color down. And it's definitely different, but I think I like it. I like what I did with the magicals too. I think we're gonna play a little bit more. So I'm gonna make a few more backgrounds, I think, because I really want to give this a fair try. But some of it I like, some of it is like, we'll see. So let's see if I can pull a few more backgrounds out of this. Yeah, it's definitely unique. The magic eraser gives you a different look, and I like that. You know, it's given it some great texture. I mean, if I were to just, well, let's look at the difference. Let's see. So if I just wanted to do, let's see here. Yeah, the starter back, I think they're great for starter backgrounds. I agree. I want to do a comparison though. Let's see here. I tend to keep going to my browns. Well, let's get out some of my oxides because I really want to just look at a background and do a comparison. You can get the same sponges at the dollar store. Yeah, I think for crafting, I would definitely check out the dollar store. Anything that gives you some texture, I think is great for backgrounds. I want to play with some green here for St. Patrick's Day because I just want to do the regular background effect that we normally see. So let's just add background like we normally would. And of course, I'm not gonna waste this. so that's, what was that? That was Rustic Wilderness. Is that what I just used? I think that's what I used. So did you guys see that Tim is coming out with another color? I have not kept up with the colors. I need to decide if I want to continue to add to my distress line. I am not caught up with all the distress colors. My workspace is shrinking. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, I like the washi with the translucent because it makes it look like a background. Yep, me too. Me too, Kim. Okay, so I'm not going to waste my color. I'm going to grab it. All right. So it's a little bit more random. I'm gonna see if I can yes, they do. It all shrinks. Yes, it does. All right, so I'm gonna spray that. Again, coming in with my magic eraser. Now this is gonna be opposite, but yeah, it's hard. It gives me speckles of color, but it's not giving me the full background. So we're not going to let it go to waste here. Yeah, that's the same with me, Kim. When he started coming out with the oxide line, I kept up with some of those, but not the inks so much. All right, I want to see if I can get a background out of the magic eraser with this. So I'm gonna go with Vintage Photo, and now I'm using an oxide. So yeah, the magic eraser is just a cleaning product. I think you could probably get texture out of all sorts of household items, I would think. Okay, so we're just going to come in with it sprayed first because I want to do a comparison. This is really subtle. So yeah, it does give it some background. I kind of like it. I'm getting some really great texture on these backgrounds. Yeah, my space is coming in on me. All right, and then I wanted to try it with the magic eraser, and then we're going to create something with these. I think we have enough backgrounds, and I want to actually create something today. So I'm going to try a different texture. All right, so I'm going to go with this one, and I want it to be darker. So this is the Ground Espresso. And then I'm going to spray it. Come in with my magic eraser. And it does transfer. Hopefully you guys can see that. and very subtle. And I think that's what I like about the magic eraser, is I can get a real subtle transfer. If you go direct, you know, it's going to be ink directly onto your paper, but with the magic eraser, it somewhat diffuses it. And you may not be able to see it, but it's there. So I think that there is definitely some value out of this. Yeah, Kim, no. Everything does encroach. It does get smaller and smaller, at least for me, because I tend to have the stuff that I've used around me. But yeah, I like that it diffuses it, and I like that I can either have it darker or I can have it lighter. It really depends on what you're going for. So yeah, I mean, I hope that our playtime today, I'm going to make something, so don't head out on me. We're going to make something, but this was all about experimenting. This was all about seeing if I can take this magic eraser and do something with it. And I think I'm going to keep it in my arsenal because I think there is some uniqueness to the patterns that I get. I mean, you can see here, it's my rag. My hands are a hot mess, but you can see here that I've got some unique patterns. I mean, kind of cool, I think, right? So I'm going to take a second here to clean this out because I want to create something. And I'm going to work with some of my ephemera pieces. So I have, just give me a moment here to create some room. All right. So for those of you guys that didn't see or didn't start with me earlier, this is a digital background I'm working on right now. It has kind of the rabbits and the watercolor, but this is what I am working on for my shop, so I wanted to share that. So the heart one, so that's a favorite. Yeah, I think if I had to choose a favorite, I kind of like this one. I like the vibrancy of the colors on it. Certainly grungy though, right? All right, so let's see what we can create here. So this is definitely big. Should we maybe do a St. Patrick's Day card, you guys? Maybe, because I've got some green here. So let's create a St. Patrick's Day design. So I've got some of my vintage ephemera here. Let's see what we can do with it. And I'm just pulling right off of my desk. I don't even know what I got. I don't even know what I have here. All right, so let's see. So she definitely looks good there. Yeah, the digital is really coming out pretty. I wanted to do something for Easter. Originally, I came up with, I was playing with this, and I thought, you know, this is just too cutesy for me. It's cute, but it's not necessarily my style. So then I decided, you know, maybe I can go a little bit more grungier, but still kind of cute. So that's kind of how I came up with this. So I don't know if people send out St. Patrick's Day cards. I know I like to make them just for add-ons. I don't necessarily put St. Patrick's Day on it, but it's more of an Irish theme, I think. So let's let's see what we can do here. I've got these, oh, let's do this. I've got these old S&H stamps. Oh, my hands are so messy. Okay, it's starting to dry. All right, so I'm going to just stick my messy fingers in and just create some layers. I'm going to cut this on my scissors. Well, that must have you a lot of happy times here because my hands are a mess. All right, so just using my Collage Medium here to do some layers. Let's see. And then where is... So does anybody even make St. Patrick's Day cards? I'm just curious. I know some people like them for like March birthdays. You know, having that whole green. I might actually go with this. No, yeah, I know not everybody does the St. Patrick's Day. I don't make too many cards for St. Patrick's Day. I do ATCs. But yeah, it's not necessarily for everybody. So that's pretty good. I like how this says lucky. So let's see if maybe we can cut this out. These little ephemera pieces are from my Authentic Vintage line. These labels are actually really, really big, and I sized them down. And I'm all about pulling pieces out of ephemera that work. There's nothing that says you have to use it as it's designed. Use it to make it work for you. All right, so I might kind of wish I left some room up there. Let's see if I can save it. Yeah, it's not gonna work. All right, so, all right, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys hanging out. All right, so I kind of want my lucky, maybe I'll just put it there. Maybe I'll pop it up. Maybe I won't. Trying to figure this out. I definitely want to do the lucky here. What do you guys think? I like this clover too. I think I'm going to cut this clover out while I figure out what to do with that lucky. Or shamrock. I was corrected the other day when I said clover. It's a shamrock. All right. Debbie. Thanks for joining. All right, so, see, I think that might be a little too big. Maybe I'll save that for this one here. But what we can do is pull out some remnant rubs because those are small. All right, so let's see what we can add here. Yeah, you just gotta experiment. I mean, some of the backgrounds I think came out really good. Some of them, you know, I think it's definitely an option for backgrounds. You know, I mean, if you want to try to mix it up a little bit. All right, so let's just add some little words. So curiosity. You know, that's what I wonder, a shamrock and a clover. I don't know. I thought they were the same, but I was corrected and I didn't ask what the difference was. I probably should have, but I was corrected. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I call them clovers. I guess maybe shamrock is more, I don't know, more Irish? I don't know. You guys tell me. Does anybody know what the difference is between a shamrock and a clover? Because I thought they were the same, but I was corrected. I'm like, all right. Ah, okay, 3 and 4. I guess that makes sense, right? Okay, so that's too big. So that's going to go on here. Leave that there for right now. I'm going to add some stars. I do want to add some flowers here. I love these remnant rubs. So I ordered some more of these rubs. I don't even remember the company. I've got them coming from scrapbook.com, but they're more colorful ones. I think they're going to be fun for spring. And they're not Tim Holtz. I can't remember what company they were, but when I get them, I'm gonna do either a video or I'll do a live because I love working with these remnant rubs. I think they're small enough to be able to add to your projects without actually taking over. And I finally got smart. My stylist, I stick in with my remnant rubs because I'm always losing that stylist. But I just like the additions that the extras that it adds. It just gives a good, I don't know, just good visual, I think. All right. So let's see. My nose is itching. And I just put them all in this little photo case. And I just cut out what I want to use. Let's put that, I don't know. There, right there, I guess. So do you guys like the new time? I know in the beginning I was doing my lives at 2 o'clock on Sundays, but I think I'm going to start doing them at 1 o'clock. Does that work for everybody? Better? Worse? Just if you guys could let me know what you think. I just thought, you know, with me being on the West Coast, having it a little bit earlier might help. But let me know what you guys think about the new time that I'm going to be doing my lives. And I was thinking about maybe doing a couple lives a week. I don't know. I know I do them Sunday afternoons, but maybe doing them on a weeknight. I don't know. What do you guys think? Just trying to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes it's just playtime. Sometimes I have things planned. I don't know. Let me know what you think. See, I might have to cut this up because it's too big. Let's see. Maybe I can use part of it. Anytime in the afternoon for you, Suzanne? Yeah, I know I was losing some people to dinner time. So that's what I was kind of thinking about, doing it earlier. I'm in Arizona, so I'm a couple hours different than some of you East Coasters. All right. I think I need something right here. Maybe I'll put another word. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that's coming out pretty good for a cute little ATC card. So about 45 minutes after. Yeah, I don't want to go too late because I know sometimes people do Sunday dinners. I just trying to figure out, I mean, I know I won't be able to make it right for everybody. Just trying to come up with something that might work. All right. I think I'll use that for that. I'm just looking for something to put here. Maybe a number. I like numbers. So Suzanne, you're in Virginia. I lived in Maryland for about 3 years. It was right after we got married, when I was young and cute. But yeah, my husband is a huge history buff. So we lived in Maryland, and I worked out there. And then after about 3 years, we decided, okay, we were married 5 years before we had our son. And we thought, okay, what are we gonna do? So we decided to move back. My family's from California. His is as well. So we decided to move back to be closer to the family when we started raising our family. The family can eat without us. Kim, you're so funny. I know some people stream a lot. I try not to take up too much of your guys' time. I mean, I like visiting with you, but I certainly don't want to take over your time. It's fun to craft with you guys. You know, my son is grown. He's out of the house. My husband is not into crafting with me. So it's nice to just hang out. Yeah, Virginia was great. We loved Williamsburg. All right, so here's my first ATC, guys. So using that background with the magic eraser, I just added some Revenant rubs. I added some ephemera pieces and came up with this cute little ATC. So that's my first one. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make a card. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe we won't necessarily go. Okay, Suzanne, I'm looking at some notes here. So you taught middle school in Southern California for 31 years. Montebello, and lived in Pasadena. I went to college in Long Beach. That's where I met my husband. I grew up in San Diego. And then we lived in Long Beach, and then we got married. And then we moved to, like I said, Maryland. And lived out there for a few years. So we just decided, you know, like I said, when we were going to raise our family, buy a house, we decided to be a little bit closer to our family. And that's when we moved back. Your husband has crafted with you? That's so cool. I love that, Kim. Yeah, my husband, we have this really big comfy chair in here. And he'll come in here and sit with me and read while I'm crafting. He doesn't necessarily craft with me. but he'll come and hang out with me. And that was important when I was putting my craft room together, is to have a chair for him to come, because I spend a lot of time in here, and I know sometimes he says, you know, don't live your life in your craft room. Come out and live your life with me. And so that makes me feel a little guilty. So that's when I decided to have the chair in here, so he can come in here and read his book, and we can still visit if we want to. I also have my home office in here, so it's not just my craft room, but it's my home office. I still work full-time, so I have my home office in here. This is a multi-purpose room. It's my craft room, it's my studio, it's my storage for all of my vintage ephemera, and then it's my workplace. So it's a lot going on in here. But I think that's really cool that your husband has crafted with you. That's awesome. All right, so I don't even know what size this is. This is 7 by 7. Well, that's not right. 7 by 4. So I guess we're going to make a bigger card. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can just do all sorts of backgrounds on here. And then we'll call it a day after that. So this was my first ATC. And I'm just going to create some randomness here. And that's what I was saying about the backgrounds, is the backgrounds typically get covered, but I like the grunginess of it. Yeah, we live in a one-story house. We lived in Phoenix for lots of years. And then when my husband retired, we moved to Prescott. All right, so I kind of like that. Like I said, I'm just going to be very random about this. I like the lucky though. Maybe we'll have a couple of scenes here. I don't know. He helps you cut. You know, my husband does help me, I should say. Like when I have like thick chipboard that I want to cut, he will cut things for me. I never thought of it as him helping me craft, but I guess so, right? But yeah, he's helped me cut thick chipboard before as well. So do you guys use remnant rubs? Like I said, I ordered some different ones from scrapbook.com. They're more colorful. These are more, I want to call silhouette type because they're the black. But I ordered some more, and I'll be playing with them in probably a future video. But I thought they would be perfect for spring. I definitely obviously like the Tim Holtz ones because I have a whole bin full of them. But I wanted to try another one as well. I've got the sniffles today. All right, so let's see here. All right. Okay, so let's put some numbers. Just going to add some numbers here. All right. I use these remnant rubs a lot, like I said, because I like the size of them. I like that they're small. They're great for additions for backgrounds. So Kim, you said you've never used the remnant rubs. Yeah, and that is not uncommon. I know a lot of people, I don't see a lot of people talking about them in videos. You know, I watch videos just like you guys do. I don't see a lot of people talking about them, but I love them. It's probably one of my favorite products, I have to say, because I like doing collages, I like doing backgrounds, and it adds great interest. Think of carpenter material. Yeah, I guess so. Swatches for material, right? My mom was a seamstress, so I get what you're saying. All right, so I think I'm trying to do like a little scene here. Maybe I'll add another one. This is just stuff on my desk. This is how I craft, you guys. I just pull stuff off of my desk. And, you know, I'm not great about cleaning my craft area. But when I craft, I do use what's around me. So these have been sitting here. These were from my millinery kit. You guys remember the millinery kit that I came out with? Millinery and Fancy Goods, right? These are the girls that were in them. So I am not going to let them go to waste. Dawn, are you still with us? Because I still have your card I haven't mailed out. We are kind of past Valentine's Day now, girls, so I owe you a card still for hanging out with me on Valentine's Day. The Magicals. Yep, I sure will. Yeah. Remind me, I want to finish putting this card together, but I will definitely show you the Magicals again. We'll add. So let's see if we can just maybe put these two ladies here. I like them. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you like that? I like that. Maybe we'll do Lucky here. Maybe we'll do a Clover. I don't know. I like the two ladies. I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see. This side up. Yeah, you know, that's what I've heard, Kim, is that we're supposed to clean our craft room, but if I clean, then I can't find what I'm looking for. So I just have piles. I mean, I do clean, don't get me wrong, but if I have extra ephemera pieces, sometimes I'll just put together care packets for people with all of my extra ephemera. Sometimes I will create as I'm doing now, because I can always find a spot for ephemera. Let's see. All right, add my music here. Maybe I'll do that on top. Yeah, the millinery kit is one of my prettier kits, I have to say. Love it. Sometimes you just have to print the stuff out, Kim, and then just have it available for you to work with. At least that's how I am. If I just don't print it, I forget about it. But if you print it, then it's there for you. You know what I mean? All right. I'm rethinking these. We're going to put them right there for right now. Let's get some more of this washi tape in there to add to the background. See, this is my favorite type of crafting, you guys. I love doing layers. I love grunge. So I'm in my element right now. This is my favorite type of crafting. And the thing is, not everybody likes it. So when I do videos, I do try to mix it up. But this is what brings me joy. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. I mean, I try to do interesting videos and interesting lives. But this is what brings me pure joy. So let's see. All right. Oops, she's moving on me. I do want it offset, so. I like it. All right. So I think it's coming together. I have this postcard stamp here that I might use just the postcard part. Let's see. Thank you, Susie. This brings me pure joy. Kind of subtle. That for now. All right. And I need to add a few more background pieces. So let's see what else can we do here, you guys. We are just about done. I'm going to be wrapping it up in a minute. But I did promise to show you the magicals again. We'll do that. We'll finish off with the magicals. But I want to finish this. So who hasn't gotten a card from me? If you guys can just put in the comments who has not gotten a card from me yet. Because I'm going to be giving away these two items. I'm going to turn them into cards and giving them away. So put in the comments who has not gotten a card from me yet. And then we'll figure out how to do a giveaway here. Susie, your granddaughter, or your daughter and your grandkids are visiting. That's so nice. I'm not a grandma yet. My son is still single. I'd love to be a grandma. So yeah, so let me know, you guys, who has not. So Debbie, you have not gotten a card. Okay. Anybody else who has not gotten a card from me? Because one of you guys that has not gotten a card from me is gonna get a card. We just got to figure out who's gonna get the card. And the ATC. Kim, yep, I think I have sent you a card. Probably one of my first lives, I believe. Debbie, you're a grandma 3 times. That's so wonderful. Like I said, I can't wait till I'm a grandma. Okay. So, Debbie, if nobody else says that they've never gotten a card from me, you might be getting these, girl. Let's see. So my Collage Medium has color in it from sticking my fingers in it. That's funny. All right. Yeah, hopefully one of these days. My son isn't married yet. He's still relatively young, I guess, for these times. People don't get married as young as they used to. I know that. But I'm hopeful. He's a good kid. He graduated from college. He has a good job. So this mama has no complaints. All right. I still think I need something right there. Maybe we'll just put a number. Maybe a little, I don't know. I like numbers. I do like numbers. Okay, so Debbie, this is coming to you. So no one else claimed that they've not gotten a card from me. So this is going to be coming to you. I want to put a number here. What is your favorite number? Let's see if I have it. So I've got 17. I've got 36, 5, 33, 28, 4, and 29. I do want to put a number. Yeah, enjoy. Oh, I like that. Enjoy your time. I would say don't get married until you're ready. For sure. We got married when I was 25. And we had our son when I was 30. So we were married 5 years before we started our family, which was great. That was our time that we were in Maryland. It was just us, away from family, getting to know each other. I mean, obviously we knew each other getting married, but you know what I mean, getting to know each other. 4. All right. So it was a good time for us. Okay, Debbie, make sure you email me. Give me your address. Taylormadecards4u@gmail.com is where you can email me, and I will get these cards out to you tomorrow. You're going to get the card along with the little ATC card, so you'll get both of these. All right, and then I'm going to add, this is really busy, but I like it. I hope you guys like it. Debbie, I hope you like it. It's coming to you. But like I said, this is what I love creating. Pure joy. And then if you're not following me on Instagram, at Taylormadecards4u, the sign at, because I will be posting my finished cards after the live and after I get them all made. But yeah. And of course we're gonna, before I head out here in a minute, I want to show you those magicals again. And I always try to link the products that I use, so I'll definitely try to do that when I get the video cleaned up. But let's see. All right, so I think that's good. I mean, really random background. I'm going to probably just stress a little bit more and add it to a card base. But these are the 2 finished items. I think they came out pretty good, you guys. I really love the randomness of that, and the background is perfect. It's got the reds and the greens in it. Just really, really cool. I want to demonstrate the magicals one more time before I leave. So let's see. if we can do something with this. All right, so the magicals are like a powder. I have different colors. I know that there are several companies out there that have something like this, but basically it's just a powder that reacts to water. And what I did is I put it on my surface. I punched a hole in it first of all, so it didn't come with holes. I punched holes in it with my poker so I could shake it. And then I just sprayed it a little bit. I got my magic eraser. Added some color. Ooh, that squirt. And then I added the color to my cards using my magic eraser. Now this is just one way you can use them, of course. If you don't want to use your magic eraser, you can just scrape it up. That's a way too. So just another way of adding color. You can also, let's see if I have another piece here. All right, so you can also add them directly to your surface. I like to actually have some sort of texture for it to grab onto, but let me just kind of show you the reaction here. So you can get some drippage sometimes. I didn't saturate this. See, I added too much, but I like to have some sort of texture that it grabs onto. But it's just a color source. Kind of like Perfect Pearls. Yeah, Susie, I would say it is kind of like Perfect Pearls. I kind of made another hot mess of this, so I'll have to fix this. But it's just a color source. You start out with the powder, you spray it, and it's reactive. I like to use it with stencils to create some sort of texture so the color can run into it. But yeah, just another color source. So just something else to work with. And like I said, there's several different types out there. These are from Lindy's Stamp Gang and Company. I have a lot of different types of color sources, so I don't necessarily go out and buy everybody's. But I like these. And it does have sort of a glimmer to it. Like I said, I kind of made a hot mess of this, so I'm going to fix it. And I will post my finishing items to Instagram. So that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of play a little bit with my magic eraser and see what we could do with it. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to keep it in my crafting arsenal because it does give me some unique backgrounds, and I kind of like the look. So I'm going to end with that. Don't forget, Debbie, to email me your address so I can get you out your cards. And that's all I got. So we'll be back next week. I have a video coming out tomorrow, you guys. So hopefully you guys can check that out. And I did just release my Luck of the Irish kit. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out. I know not everybody does the St. Patrick's Day cards, but if you do like green kits, if you like to work with some Irish theme kits, the Luck of the Irish is a really fun kit. So I don't want to touch my face because my hands are all inky. So yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hopefully you guys had some fun, got some ideas with this magic eraser. And don't be afraid to experiment. That's what I do. I just experiment. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's kind of a hot mess. You never know what you're going to work out with. But you don't know what your product's going to do until you play with it. All right, guys. That's all I've got. So I will see you later. And I hope you all have a fantastic week.